This is the only place in the entire card where I can say I understand the fans. If they weren't cheering as much, or if they felt like, maybe a predictability was the issue in this, because CM Punk versus Finn Balor,
And Baylor.
one hell of a fucking match, but not one point in this match. I don't care how many coup de grace, I don't care how good he looked. Pin Balor was
And
getting
Baylor.
pinned. This I knew this weeks ago. I knew this when they mentioned he was giving him the match in Ireland. I knew it wasn't gonna happen then. I knew it wasn't gonna happen then, and it wasn't gonna happen yesterday. And you know what I did? I took my replica title and I was holding this shit up. Focus is sitting on. I'm like, he's never gonna have this belt. It's not believable. Buy one like I did. You're not going to win this anymore. Not in this
Damn.
position. You don't deserve to be inserted in the match with a tribal chief. You enjoy the check and
Damn.
catering. You
Damn.
enjoy the check and catering.
Damn.
If we keep in the kayfabe, you enjoy the check and catering. You have not cared about a world title in over 5 years. You have been on the
Damn.
coattails of every single leader of the Judgment Day for 5 years. Edge, Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley. You thought you would have been
The
the leader, but
Undisputed
no, it's
Era.
Dom. No, it's Dom. And then you'd have thought you'd have been the leader after Dom. No, it's Liv. No, it's Liv. Then Liv gets injured. Dom gets injured. No, it's Raquel. No, it's Raquel. I'm tired of making excuses for Finn Balor. It's not believable.
And Baylor. And Baylor.
Pin
Balor.
Balor. I do not believe it anymore. I'm tired. And it's the same thing with LA Knight. And we'll get into that. We'll get into that. But I don't believe anymore. I don't believe Finn Balor's going to pull off the big one. And I'm frustrated as a fan. Vince is gone. What is the excuse? Triple H was high on Finn Balor in NXT. What is the excuse? He's been a part of the biggest stable in years. We can argue. We can really argue with the different iterations of Judgment Day that they could be one of the greatest stables in history of WWE, competing with like a Bloodline and maybe then a DX. But what are we talking about here? The Judgment Day hasn't broken up in over 5 years. And they don't have to. But you've never been the champ. You've never been the guy.
That might be the problem. They need, this Judgment Day story needs to wrap up. We need to wrap this up.
It ain't the Judgment Day, brother. It's Pinn Balor. I believe in JD McDonough as a tag team champion. I believe in Dominic as an IC champion and the Mega Campeon champion. I believe in Raquel as a future world champion, especially after the Elimination Chamber. I believe in Liv Morgan, who's been a multiple women's champion. I believe in everybody who used to be a leader in the Judgment Day because they've been champion.
Except for Edge.
You know what? Bring back Carlito. I'll believe in him more. Bring back Carlito, and I believe he'll be champion before Pinn Balor. I'm tired.
Yo, man.
I'm tired. When are we
He said it just followed Edge. He said it just followed Edge. When are we gonna
stop, bro? If anybody needed AEW, it was Finn Balor. If anybody needed it, bro, go back to NXT. Do we really need him in NXT so he can see gold? Do we really need that? Do we really?
And that would be the third time. That would be the third time.
The Prince again.
That would be the third time.
Here's the deal.
And it's not kayfabe aside, right? It's not a knock on Prince Devitt. It's not a knock on Finn Balor, the person, the wrestler. He's amazing. The booking has got him to the point where I would never believe in his character again.
Bro. Because you was cooking right there. You was cooking.
I'm just sick and tired of year after year Finn Balor or someone like him gets put in a position where they want to make you think. I don't give a fuck if Finn Balor is in his hometown, you're a fucking loser. Your character is a loser. You've been booked as a fucking loser. Why I'm gonna believe? Why do I even want this running into Mania, bro? Why am I gonna get distracted with this bullshit? Really? Why am I gonna get distracted with this? Because we want another title. We want another title defense on CM Punk's belt. So we could say he's a fighting champ, and we could say that he had enough defenses leading up to Roman Reigns. Is that really what it is? It's too obvious.
Yes.
It's too fucking obvious.
Yes. Yes.
Why don't you face Gunther leading into WrestleMania? Why don't you beat Gunther on the way to the Tribal Chief? Why don't you shut his mouth and stop his little momentum real quick and shut him up and get that payback? Because ain't nobody shutting him up. Ain't nobody got that payback for Cena, who the fans already forgot. Nobody's giving that about AJ Styles. They're already like, oh, AJ, Hall of Fame. Well, congratulations. We don't care anymore. Thanks. Nobody's shutting up Gunther. What is Gunther doing leading to WrestleMania? We could have got that. I would have believed.
Is that, first of all, you can't even say, you can't even say, whoa, you can't even say who's booking this crap, because it's been 5 years. Even before Triple H took over the reins, he was still trash, bro.
That's what I said. Where is Vince?
You can't even blame Triple H.
Nah, let me defend Finn Balor. Here it is.
Okay.
Here it is. Because I'm about to defend Finn Balor right now. Finn Balor gets injured one time after that Seth Rollins SummerSlam match, right? He gets injured one time. He never gets to sniff the World Heavyweight Championship until years later. Seth Rollins gets injured in every single major feud. It could be the WrestleMania main event, and they'll still go back with Seth Rollins. It's called favoritism. I'm not saying that anybody's more deserving, but it's clearly favoritism. Every single
but who
time
cuts a better promo? Who cuts a better promo? Who can sell matches? It's definitely not Pinn Balor.
But he gets injured though.
But it's definitely not Pinn Balor.
But here's the deal: Finn Balor got injured one time.
Who's the architect? Who's the architect? Who's drawing the building? That's Seth freaking Rollins. And when was the time? When was the last time? When was the last time Finn Balor ever drew anything that wasn't NXT?
Well, yeah, and he was cooking down there, and that's how they presented him.
So put him back in NXT. Put him back in NXT, or he could go to AEW.
They don't need.
He doesn't need to go back. He can either go back to the Black and Gold, or he could go to Bullet Club Gold.
I don't think he should go
back
down to NXT.
That's it.
I think
there's nothing else. There's nothing else.
Go babyface, and then you present him in that light. I'm not disagreeing with y'all.
How many times has he been babyface? How many times have we had over Finn Balor already? That Balor Club is for everybody. How many times have we had that?
Well, Vince was booking it then.
But you don't even like this booker, so what makes you think that anything's gonna change?
Okay.
Triple H.
Let's blame Vince for the first half, right? Triple H took over. Triple H. When did Triple H take over officially? Let's look that up, right?
Like 3 years ago, SummerSlam.
Yeah, I would say that.
It was like 2 to 3 years ago, SummerSlam. But even then, Triple H wasn't fully in charge then. It wasn't really until like
he became in charge of booking July 2022. So that's SummerSlam, like you said.
But AJ, you gotta remember, he wasn't even fully.
That's in the middle of the Tribal Chief era, right?
Vince was still there.
No, Vince wasn't there.
We remember we found out that Vince made the call for Cody to lose.
But you're still talking within 2 to 3 months he was officially gone. After that, so that doesn't even really count. Triple H was already in that chair. That's 2022 Judgment Day. Let's see what they was doing.
To your point, right? I think Finn Balor needs to get out of the Judgment Day, and they need to turn him face for him to be a credible and believable character. I agree with you. He is not believable. It was a good match, but nobody honestly believed
the only way Finn Balor's gonna get over is if him and JD McDonough Team up with David Finley and create an Irish stable to face the Judgment Day. That's the only way, but it's not
Maybe
gonna happen.
yeah, yeah, because yo, they've been running. That's what I'm saying. Like, I like the Judgment Day,
But
but I think they've been running
look
this
at the context, right?
story for too long. Like,
In July 2022, and this is the last Raw of July. So let's say Triple H is starting the transition now. Dom Mysterio wasn't even in the group yet. He's fighting the Mysterios. So now let's look at all the progress Dom has, who's been technically a side act in the group, and the evolution he's had, the evolution JD's had, the evolution Liv Morgan, Rhea, Damian, becoming a champion after Judgment Day.
I mean,
Everyone
guys,
has evolved
again,
except for him. Why
this is
is
all
that?
gonna go back to the same thing. This is all gonna go back to the same thing. Who's booking it? It's always gonna go back to that. That's how they
But
want to present them. Like, it's like
he was being
that's how they
booked
want to present them.
before this
I don't
point
know
in
why they're
time.
shitting on Finn Balor. I don't
Before this point
know.
in time, he's been booked terribly, like 5 years prior to 2022. Because what he got here in like 17, right?
Yeah, he started off super hot,
Start off super hot. Then the
got
back
injured.
end of the 5 years after 2022, about 4 years after, you're still being booked fucking terribly. Either somebody back there doesn't believe in Finn Balor's promo work,
Michael Hayes.
or like fuck
Because
kayfabe, like fuck kayfabe. Being realistic, somebody back there hates this man's promo work. They just admire his in ring ability and the appeal that fans like him. But other than that, they don't believe in this man. And that's
because
the point.
no, it's a fact.
That's the
Because when
real
you went
point.
down
They
to
do not
NXT,
believe in this man. And my anger, my kayfabe anger is at Finn Balor. But realistically, somebody hates this man backstage. They respect him enough to keep him around. But why insult the fans? Like, this is why I give the fans credit. If they were dead at any point in this show, this was the point. Because I'm at home on my phone, like, damn, they having a fucking great match. But we know CM Punk gonna win. This man ain't winning. This is Pinn Balor. This is Pinn. It's sad. It's sad at this point. And sadly, let's transition into the men's chamber. It's happening to LA Knight. It's starting to
Wait,
happen
wait.
to LA Knight
There's something that happened to both of them too. Pin and LA Knight. They both slipped on the same turnbuckle.
in the same.
Now,
Yeah.
now,
where
it,
is
now, to me, that's a conspiracy that they all falling for grace.
God damn it.
I
Or
mean,
for some reason, I don't know why in between the matches they're not having somebody come down and wipe the ring ropes down because shit gets super duper sweaty. That shit, that's like standard across like all wrestling matches. That's crazy. I mean, but then again, it could have gotten sweaty, in between. Uh, what happened to LA Knight? We can't blame that on booking because we have seen from Unreal and from the situation at Elimination Chamber last night. Like, listen, wrestling, mistakes happen, but how you handle it also says a lot about the situation.
your
What
boy
I don't
botched
think it was.
walking in the chamber.
I don't think it was a big deal him slipping on the rope because that shit is yeah, he does it 1,000 times. You know what? Sometimes you slip. I don't think it was a big deal.
Slipping on the
I
rope is
think
okay,
how,
right?
how he handled it was just I don't think it was really good. He kind of almost highlighted the mistake. Bro, go your ass back up there, climb back up there and hit the spot like you were supposed to. Just like back in Money in the Bank, do the fucking spot like you were supposed to. Like what are we doing? Do what you're
Your
supposed to
man's
do.
can't walk into a chamber correctly. He
I
almost
mean,
banged into the glass walking
I
in.
mean
Is
that could
his
happen.
nerves rattled that these things keep happening to him? But that
Maybe.
happens. That happens to the best of people. So I'm not going to judge him for
Yeah.
that. But he's starting to fall into the same category as Finn Balor, bro. How many years are they going to drag the possibility of him winning? And it's not just them. Sami Zayn is another one. I no longer believe in Sami Zayn. And I don't want this. It might happen today shit no more. Them three should make it might happen stable. Where they might beat your ass because they tired. It might happen to you. We taking your titles, it might happen. Tear them bums up. Something gotta give, bro. I'm really sick and tired of the friendship storyline. I'm really sick and tired of this fucking they might, but they're not ever going to. I get that we're gonna have the Roddy Pipers. I get that we're gonna have the Jake the Snakes and the people that were legends that never won the big one. But stop acting like he's going to. Stop putting them in positions before the biggest event of the entire year as a pit stop before what we really want to see. Instead, you could have been, yo, Gunther, what are you actually doing this month? Shit. You just been cutting promos. You just been pissing off AJ Styles fans, even though you retired him 3 weeks ago, and he's not coming back. And it's not leading to a match, and it's not leading to WrestleMania. So what are you doing? Hey, CM Punk is just filling his card up with people we're never gonna believe is gonna win. How about you fight him instead? Because then the fans will probably be like, yo, Gunther might win and steal this match away from CM Punk. And it would make sense. Because he's been dominating. No, we don't get that. Instead, hey Gunther, you want the night off? You want the night off? Finn Balor's taking a spot for somebody who's actually believable.
Oh man.
Right?
Well, again, I will ask the question: who is booking this crap? So we were talking about the main.
We at the men's chamber.